welcome back to term 3. We're here for term 3. Obviously, things got flipped like last minute, like we found out yesterday at the end of the workday, essentially, that, hey, we're not going to be in person, we're going to be online. But yeah, I think it's important during this time to just remember that, yeah, we still can meet online, and it's important to be thankful for that. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, by the way, doing better than New South Wales.
We've got Adam here. Adam and I haven't hosted since like this time last year.
Yeah. When you were originally meant to do the mushrooms. Flick back to that. Oh wait.
Well, no. We aren't doing that. Oh yes, right. So you guys are probably wanting to know what this shark hat. It's eating me alive, essentially. Basically, all of us guys went to Kmart one day and decided, hey, let's all walk out of here with shark hats. Like, we bought them, just to clarify. Then I told these guys, like, yesterday. And
we brought them.
We bought them. They were $3 each. But basically, yeah, these guys lost them somehow. So I'm just going to represent the Sharks for tonight with a shark hat. So...
Not embarrassing at the shops? Anyway.
No, never. Hello, everyone. Where'd you get the hat? So, that was from Kmart, by the way. Louis, would you be able to enlarge the text slightly, please? Sorry, guys, just some technical difficulties. My eyes are dying. Like, they're starting to get worse. But yeah. Thank you. Not that big.
Good.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Awesome. So let's say hi to everyone. So we've got Esther, we've got Naomi, we've got Alicia, we've got Taylor, Tori, Noah was way early. We have Dip, we have Anthony, we have who else?
Who else do we have? Naomi, just say
yes.
Yep. Alicia, Noah, Tori, Dip, Anthony, Taylor, Pastor Ads. Don't know who he is, but anyways. Esther as well. A mannequin, apparently.
Wait,
Don't
what?
know how that came in, but anyways.
What?
It's good that we're reaching out to like the mannequins as well. I'm really happy about that. So
what?
Shows what this youth is reaching. So
Anthony, I'd like some context, or have I done something that I just have forgotten completely? Anyways, Esther, glad you're doing well. Glad to hear that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How is everyone, by the way? So obviously, well...
Yes. Yes.
Well, obviously... Yes, we are here. That's exactly right. So... yeah. Well, I think it's this time where I'm feeling awkward and losing words to go to our talking points. So, we've got a question for you guys in the chat. Do you prefer Hungry Jacks or Macca's? Now, Adam's viewpoint on this is...
I'm not a big fan of who wrote this because they've written Macca's, MACCA''S.
That is the technically right way to do it.
Yeah, but when you see their ads, there's no apostrophe. Haven't you seen their ads lately where it's like the Macca's?
Yeah, it's like, thank you for calling.
It's like,
then thank you for calling us. Now you call us like Macca's or something. Like,
without an apostrophe.
Yeah. Well, some of their signs literally have the apostrophe on them. For Macca's.
Do they?
Well, half of the chat's got Macca's with no apostrophe in it.
Yeah.
But that's the easy way to do it. Okay? All right.
Get around it, son.
Macca's. All right. Why Macca's? Because, like, Adam and I are both Hungry Jacks.
Yeah.
Why Macca's? All right? Why are we going with Macca's?
Right, wait. I got to answer this.
Yes, okay. I was going to say.
Because, you know.
Oh, wait, from ads?
It's about me, so I'm going to answer it. Unless you want to.
No?
No? All right. Yes, it is new. Ish. I've had it for a month or so, but I haven't worn it, so...
Ooh, so it is new.
It's
nice.
got this pocket on the side, which
is showing off his guns.
Pretty nice. It's got them there.
Yeah.
All right, so... but yeah.
But your mum said Macca's as well. That's what I was wanting to point out.
I thought she's...
I don't like the group flavour. Look, that's fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough.
Fun lockdown, isn't it? Yep, Hungry Jacks instead.
Well, that's closer to you, isn't it? What's closer, Hungry Jacks or Macca's? Macca's is now, isn't it? At your old place, Hungry Jacks was.
Actually, when I'm on... Okay, no, I'm going off topic, KFC at, because they're in the same vicinity area-ish. Like Macca's... Okay.
Oh, yes, you go left of the roundabout instead of straight. And then that leads you to...
I was going to say that one's like 2 kilometres and one's 1.9.
Oh!
But I can only order from the 1.9. Which, yeah.
Well,
apparently, that extra 100 metres is just...
too far for
$50 in
drivers.
fuel,
Yeah.
apparently. Anyway, what were we talking about? Hungry Jacks or Macca's? Yeah. Hungry
Yes.
Jacks.
All right, so why the
Stunner
Macca's?
meal.
So it's Macca's because of their chocolate fudge sundae and their apple pies for Tory,
Okay.
and for nuggets for the other Tory.
I do love a good nuggets, I tell you.
Wherever ads can use this cutlery.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, so if a Big Mac box came with cutlery, I think he'd go with Macca's probably, right? Am I right? You just open it up.
We'll just wait
He'd have his
10 seconds
knife,
for the
he'd go,
answer.
and then he'd fold it, and he'd just eat it, and then he'd move down to the lettuce, and then he'd just put them together with his fork and his... Oh, yeah, anyway, this is old news, but...
Hungry Jack's chips are better, yeah, but sometimes they assault them, which is the
They
biggest
do.
problem with every place, except for the Deep Creek Golf Club, which do Palmer's on a Thursday night, $9.90 takeaway and dine in, COVID permitting, obviously. But they actually have these good chips, like.
He's not biased at all by working
No,
there.
they're actually so good. Like, I got some the other day from work after we finished, and they're cold by the time I got home, and I chuck them in the microwave for like a minute and a half, and they're still greasy. It's like they're fresh out the fryer.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah. Like, the only thing that we talk about is, like, how good the chips are, because they're just next level.
Then what about the Palmers then? Are they just It's just a good value as a pack.
Yeah, good value.
Yeah.
You get the Palmer with the chips, you know. Has to be.
So it's the chips that are made in dish then. So chips with Palmer on the side. Is that what it is then?
I'd say so, yeah. Yeah. Without salad, because you get double chips. That's the way to do it.
Ooh, nice. What? Wait, what?
Palmer, not
Palmer?
Paramar.
Oh, the Palmer pitcher's back. Yes. Yes, it
Always.
is. The wooden cutlery is good for the environment, but it's gross. Yeah, it's not ideal to kind of
like a doctor or something.
munch on. But yeah, I've only had Hungry Jack's a few times, and it tastes the same as Macca's basically. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I used to kind of lean that way, but I've noticed just for like in regards to being more filling, the burgers at Hungry Jack's are so much more filling.
Burgers are better.
Well, see, I always used to be like, yeah, no, Macca's burgers are better. But genuinely, for the cheap burgers, Hungry Jack's is so much more filling.
Yeah.
You can actually get kind of full, relatively, with Hungry Jack's versus Macca's. You can have a Big Mac, you can have like 2 or 3 burgers, and you're not full.
And Hungry Jack's premium burgers are better as well. Like they're
I've never had a premium burger from Hungry
their
Jack's.
Angus stuff is like the best. I mean, it's,
Even better than the classic Angus from Macca's?
like their Angus meats are better.
Than the classic Angus from, like the Angus meat from Macca's.
Because
Macca's has some.
I don't think I've had an Angus before.
Oh, so you need to have that. Classic Angus from Macca's, they're great. Really good. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to buy you like a classic Angus and then whatever Angus burger that Hungry Jack's has.
Just
And
do like a taster.
yeah. We split them in half. We just share. We just have
the angry
half of each.
Angus or something
New
like
segment.
that?
Yeah. Oh, that. Hey, sorry.
Isn't it called like the Angry Angus at Hungry Jack?
Angry Angus. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
Is it?
Chat, you guys can verify for us. Like, what is it?
Yeah. Quick search, Google.
I had a Palmer on Tuesday that was bigger than my head. Yeah. So I've heard that. Apparently, he got this huge box, and the Palmer was probably this big. Like, just massive.
I bet it didn't cost $10, did it? Huh?
No, I was like 30.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
so
with like
triple
delivery
the
for like
price.
Uber Eats or something like that.
That's actually, Uber Eats is quite expensive.
So it's not bad actually for the actual price of the Palmer then.
Yeah.
You'd have to have that fresh out of the fryer or I'd complain. For what, sorry? Don't know whether a meal deal is now the same price
What is
now.
Nice Bun?
Yeah, what's Nice Buns and where is it?
The OMG, and it's coming to Pakenham.
Why don't they call it the OMG?
Ooh.
Next to Red Rooster in the old steakhouse. So
When's that coming in?
we're waiting. They're renovating the old
The old
steakhouse.
steakhouse
now.
was.
Ooh.
They
I've never
killed
been
it.
there.
They killed it.
Ah, okay.
They took over new ownership, and now you have to pay like each for each side.
Oh.
We're just running down companies and raising them up.
Anyways, we should probably
What
move
other
on
company? Next week.
then. So,
Can you say that?
which one are we doing?
What is your
Are we
favorite
skipping
fruit?
that one?
What?
Are
we skipping
to the chat?
Second? No?
Yeah,
What?
no, okay, never mind.
Okay.
I thought you were pointing towards the third one. Anyways, what is everyone's favorite fruit? Yum-G chips are so good. I can't remember what they taste like. I've gone to too many different places with their chips, so they kind of just roll into one.
Plus, once you've had a Deep Creek, it's like, don't even bother.
Mango, cherries.
Cherry, interesting.
You can get a Dr. Pepper with your meal at Nice Buns. Ooh, I don't think I've
Wow.
ever had a Dr. Pepper.
No, neither. Apparently, people say that it tastes like
Root.
medicine.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the taste of medicine. Mango, watermelon, kiwi fruit, raspberries. Yeah. I'd say, I don't know. Like mango's obviously my favorite, but I'm not sure what else would really follow. Maybe blueberries. Ads does not like me for liking blueberries. He thinks they taste like nothing. But yeah, what about you?
Apple. Can't go wrong.
Yep. Yeah. What apple though?
Classic crunch.
Do you care about like what
Pink
kind of
lady.
apple? Yes. Yeah. All right.
lady.
What about Granny Smith?
Yeah, a little bit too sour, but the Royal Galas are like vomit.
Yes. Thank you.
There's like no crunch.
Yes. Thank
It's
you.
like this paper. Except this paper's more crunchy. Listen, people.
Anything except bananas, basically. Fair enough, Alicia.
Yeah. Bananas.
I love berries, and they do taste like nothing to me. No! Don't back him up, Tori! Why? Ooh. No. I'm never going to hear the end of that. I will literally come into the office next week and he's going to be like... He's just going to look at me, just straight on and just... I don't know, just start roasting blueberries. I can never bring it... I'll never be able to bring it up now and, like, try to have an argument about it because then he's like, oh, well, another blueberry lover said it tasted like nothing. Anyways.
Okay.
What do you mean? They taste like blueberries? Yeah, fair enough, Alicia.
Yeah.
5 inches high, they do taste... Dude! I'm looking at you like that right now, Josiah. Well... I like sour blueberries. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really had too many sour blueberries. I think I've probably had a few, but yeah. Depends on when you get them. Some are really sweet, some are sour, and yeah, some don't have Bro, why am I reading this out loud? But it does depend on what time in the season and how ripe they are. Yeah, fair enough.
Buy them once a week, and you'll hit the jackpot at some point.
Yeah,
you will.
Yeah,
it's like the lottery. You know, you might not always get it, but chances are you won't ever. And yeah, sometimes you just miss out and end up losing thousands of dollars. So, yeah.
That got deep.
Anyways, I specifically pick out the sour blueberries. Okay, why is that? I always get the sour ones. It sucks. Fair enough. We should probably keep moving because, man, we have got a really fun night planned, guys. We've got 2 Kahoots happening. Now, they're going to run a bit differently, so I don't want to say don't get too excited, but you'll kind of see when we get there. Just Kahoot's done some weird things, and then we've also got another game that will be coming up, and then I'll be bringing a short message, and then we're just gonna have a whole lot of fun. So it's gonna be a bit of a long night, so hang in there, but it's gonna be a really, really fun one. Hello, Natasha, how are you? They're that inconsistent. What about if they're a gem, like in a small period of time?
Like you wouldn't say that, you know, friggin' Collingwood's a good team because they're too inconsistent, so, you know.
What about Hawks, hey?
No, we're just injured. Just blame it on injuries. That's what Richmond's doing at the moment, so.
Okay, is it time to go to our Kahoot?
No. Next question. All right. Apple or Microsoft? And what I mean specifically by this is, do you prefer Mac OS or Windows? So if you're having a laptop or a computer, would you prefer a Mac or would you prefer a Windows PC? What is your go-to and why?
Why not both?
Well, well, we're not letting that happen just yet. Come on, man. Why are you trying to take my points? What would you go for?
Only Mac because I have Apple stuff.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair enough.
Not that I really use them because,
Yeah, fair enough. It just doesn't.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I prefer both, like Louis said. So Windows for gaming and if you want high-end productivity stuff. But if you want just general usability, or you have like iPhones and you got AirPods and you got Apple TV, stuff like that, just go Apple.
AirPods Pro.
All right, weird flex, aren't you? Chill, man. But honestly, I want to get a Windows PC again, even though I've got a Mac.
Apple has a cooler logo.
Yeah, look, it's true. It's true. Remember Venoid? I do, Daniel. How are you, man? I don't remember if you used to stream, but you used to be in Venoid's chat a lot. How are you, man? Thank you. At least 2 people agree with me. Yeah, well, it depends on what it's for, is my thing. But yeah. Once you need to get... Yeah. Look, I agree. It is difficult to get out. Absolutely, ads. And I'm with you on that. I just, for gaming in particular, or... You know, some software you have to use a Windows machine. That's when I will prefer a Windows machine. But yeah,
Can also be said about the other
Yeah, can be. Yeah. All right.
I think it's time to go on to our Kahoot.
Kahoot? Alrighty. Well, all right. So we're going to get to Kahoot. Okay, so just before we jump across, though, we're going to get the leaders to jump in because, unfortunately, what has happened, guys, is Kahoot, they've done... I don't know, a big update with their system.
Is what they've done.
A little bit, yeah. But basically...
It is. Again, this is all about bringing companies down and raising certain companies up.
No, you made it like that unofficially. No.
I've always said to do that.
No.
Can we edit
Different stream.
Oh. No, this isn't our podcast, is it?
No. That's another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. So basically what has happened is Kahoot now limits it to 10 people instead of, you know how you used to be able to do it with your like classrooms and all that kind of stuff, where you could, have 20, 30, 40 of you guys. Now it's 10 people, unless you pay like an expensive fee. Like it's going to be $20 just for tonight, essentially, so we could have everyone on. So unfortunately, what's going to happen, just to keep that competitive edge to it, we're going to have our leaders battle it out. But in the chat, we want you guys to be replying with the answers that you think are correct. So make sure to keep your tally as well, because we'll be seeing what people's tallies are at the end with our leaders. Also, make sure to encourage and barrack for your... I don't want to say your favourite leader, but barrack for a leader. But at the same time, make sure to compete as well in the chat. We will be paying attention to your answers as well.
Oh my goodness!
So without
enter when there's no pin.
Without further ado, leaders, we'll jump onto the first one, the one beginning in with the number 6. Obviously, that's not enough to let everyone on by. Unfortunately, we just had to do this. I found out this afternoon, and I had no... there weren't really many alternatives for what we could do. So, yeah. Surely we have a youth round 2. I don't know. How many people have we got, Llewellyn?
We have 18 viewers on chat, now 20, or now 19 viewers.
All right. Ooh, so we'd have to wait and see, because I don't want the main reason we didn't do a youth round is we don't want to leave people out. We don't want to leave half of our youth out, or if that makes sense.
Or
but
if
yeah,
you're
anyways.
watching with your siblings at home, maybe the two of you join up together.
Yeah.
And we'll release the pin.
Team play. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that.
That'll be interesting.
But alrighty. So, do we have all of our leaders in? Who is... Okay, so we have a slight discrepancy. Leaders, please use your proper names. Thank you very much.
I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, that's just getting confusing. Thank you very much. So, Ads, are you jumping in on this one? So we got Adam, waiting for the other Adam. So we got Adam, myself, Taylor, Tori, Liam, Naomi, Louis. Ads, are you jumping on? Yay, nay.
Sure, I'm not even moved.
Oh, that's the thing. We've got a 10-second delay, so we're going to have to...
There we go.
All right, awesome, cool. So let's switch over to it. So we'll do it. Louis, are you all good on tech there to run it?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, awesome. So there we go. So this first one is biblical characters, guys. So we want your replies in the chat to what you think the answers to these questions are. So let's go and let's see which leader wins.
Melbourne.
Louis, not giving away answers, man. Now, there is a 60-second timer, guys, so you have plenty of time to chime in with your answers. So, yeah, either type out the actual answer or type in the colour. That is up to you guys. But, yeah, what do you guys think? And so far, everyone is really consistent.
Okay,
very close. That's all right. Awesome. Alrighty, let's move on. So the answer was correct. It was red Bethlehem. So let's move it. I've got my keys in my pocket and my mask, actually. Let's just move it there. I don't know. My dad always used to do it. So anyways, is there a... Oh, it's not me. So yeah, Louis. So in the scenes, in the sources, there's an image.
Yeah.
Would you be able to hide that one? Yeah, thank you. So that's just meant to be for the code. I forgot to tell you that at the start. Anyways, let's move on to question 2. What is the name of Jesus' mother?
I think I pressed too early, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. We're going to have to wait and see.
This could be interesting. What did Josiah pick?
Well, that's for me to know, and you guys to found out. All right, what is the answer, guys? And let's see how good everyone is. And even if you guys do get this wrong, it's a learning experience, and it's absolutely okay. We're having fun, but also if you don't know any of these answers, you get a chance at really just having a. You don't have to worry about delay, cheeky. Well. Yeah, look, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yes, the answer for that was Mary. Mary Magdalene actually came later in Jesus' life and was actually a follower of Jesus and friend.
And Martha was the mum and the defining point in Batman vs. Superman.
Well,
rubbish.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't like it? We'll talk about this later. All right. The first to witness the birth of Jesus were... Should I just sit this one out, chat? All right, fine. I'll wait until it gets to 45 seconds before I answer. How about that? That's fair, then. That becomes fair. All right.
Me too.
Okay. Nah, you're all good because I'm on the top. Alrighty. So I'll wait till 45 seconds. So it's like fair. Because the delay is like 10 or 11 seconds.
Except it is a little bit difficult to see. It is a bit pixelated, but you know, we've got
it on a tiny thing that's way over there. Also, at some point it'd be really cool to do like a behind the scenes of a youth stream. Don't you reckon? We could do a YouTube video like that. I'm not promising anything, but it's just I'm putting it out there because I haven't really thought about it yet.
Like down below if you want to see it behind the scenes of the youth stream. And make sure to share this with your friends and click that notification bell. That way you'll be uploaded and we'll be better in the YouTube algorithm. Hit the bell 44 club. Wait, no, copyright.
Oh, yeah, Taylor's just like, the first to witness the birth of Jesus were definitely Mary and Joseph. True. Wait, we could just put God as well. Like, technically, he'd
Technically, is there everyone's birth?
All right, question 4. What is the name of the small man who climbed up a sycamore tree to better see Jesus, or to see Jesus better?
Was Zacharias. Oh my god. Sycamore? Sycamore or sycamore?
Sycamore tree.
Sycamore? All right, we'll go.
And it is 45 seconds. Good one.
What is Zacharias?
Oh, man.
Zacharias. I'm like looking at two different things.
Awesome. And yes, it is indeed Zacchaeus. He was the short man, a tax collector of the time, who climbed up the sycamore tree so he could see Jesus better. And then actually Jesus invites him down, and actually they go have lunch at Zacchaeus' place. I cannot spell. It's okay. Don't stress about it. It's all good. All right, let's move on. All right, question 5. What is the name of Martha and Mary's sibling who was raised from the dead?
Batman?
Was it Peter? Was it Lazarus? Was it Moses? Or was it Frank? Frankly, I think it's Frank. You see what I did there?
Frankenstein.
45 seconds. Woo! Was it green? Was it blue? Was it yellow? Is it that yellow or orange? What are we counting it as, chat?
I'd say, I think I've seen people say yellow. So
all right. Yeah, it's less confusing that way. Alrighty.
Well, really, the red doesn't look super reddy. It looks more like a...
Well, it is washed out on this monitor. This monitor isn't as good as the ones back there.
See, we are struggling here.
Yeah, guys.
No advantage.
Except the 15-second time delay.
Nah.
No.
I thought the question comes up here anyway. I'll have to double check that because maybe they're saying it at the same time, but we'll see.
No, they aren't. It's just the answers you get on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
That was a bit strange.
Yes, indeed, it is Lazarus. Lazarus was raised from the dead. Awesome. Let's move on. Alrighty. Ooh, who's taking it? Because I've slowed down. Liam and Adam taken the lead. No! Dang, that sucks. Alrighty, question 6 of 15. To whom did Jesus say, "On this rock I will build my church"? Was it red, John, blue, Paul, yellow, Peter, or green, Ringo?
Ringo?
Luke Williams.
Ringo Starr.
Okay. On this rock I will build the Beatles.
What?
He's part of the Beatles, Ringo Starr.
Oh, yes, but I just... Yeah, no, sorry. My brain had switched off and, like, gone past the Ringo thing, so it just, like, slipped my mind.
So
completely.
then they can't see what I
Maybe blue? Blue? Blue,
gut feeling. We'll
Is
see
it
if
blue? Maybe. It could be yellow. I don't know this one. That's okay. And that's the thing. Even if you don't know these things, it'll be a chance to learn them, which is really, really cool. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's a fun way to learn stuff. So back when I did business management, this was one way that we actually checked things, and I learnt so much to it. But yes, it was indeed Peter, or Simon Peter, who Jesus said this to. Hey?
By Kahoot?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Sick. Nice.
It's so much fun doing business management. But yeah, so it was yellow indeed, guys. Awesome. So, question 7 of 15. What is the name of the Pharisee that came to Jesus by night to ask questions? Was it red, Nicodemus? Was it blue, Zacchaeus? Was it yellow, Matthew? Or green, Cephas? Now, if you've been watching The Chosen, which Naomi has been promoting like no tomorrow, which, by the way, is a great show, you will know this answer. But, yeah, it is... Yeah, it's a really, really good show.
Oh, you've already pressed. Damn.
Someone has been watching.
All right,
In fairness, I haven't watched season 2 yet, but yeah. Some people are saying red for Nicodemus. Some people are saying green.
Red.
That's the only one I can pronounce. Yellow. Matthew. Yeah,
Red.
look, that's fair enough. Alrighty, what is it? Yes, it is indeed
nice.
Nicodemus. Alrighty, we're up to question 8. What was the name of the disciple that betrayed Jesus with a kiss? Was it red, Peter, blue, Philip, yellow, Judas the Canaanite, or green, Judas Iscariot? What is the answer? Yeah, that chose. Wow, okay.
It's scary a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely, Noah. I absolutely 100% agree with that, man. It was such a good scene, that one. Green. Yes, she absolutely is Keziah. She loves The Chosen. But yeah. No, it is very good. Yeah, I'm still yet to watch season 2. I think I just need to get to the point of actually starting it. For me, usually, yeah, if there's an entire season there, I'll start the first episode and then I'll watch the entire thing usually. But sometimes I'll never get around to watching that first episode.
How long are the episodes as well?
40 minutes? 40, 50 minutes? It's good.
Ooh.
It's worth it though.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's really exciting to hear, Naomi. Yeah. So, indeed, that was green. So, yes, Judas Iscariot was the one that betrayed Jesus with a kiss. There's a book. What do you mean?
A book.
Anyways. Question 9. Who ordered Jesus to be crucified? Was it red, Cephas? Was it blue, Caesar? Was it yellow, Pontius Pilate? Or was it green, Herod the Great?
Caesar salad.
Good Caiaphas. Oh, shut up.
Now,
Herod. Isn't he like,
well, did you know? So,
Jesus was... No.
does that say Pontiac or
Pontius Pilate. Actually, so Louis, let's go to the scoreboard after this one, and then we can actually give a bit of context once this answer has played through. Which is why some people might not think it's Pontius, or might think it's Caesar, or might think it's Cephas, or might think it's Herod the Great. But yeah, dang, I may have gotten it wrong.
Pontius.
That's okay. The Chosen, there's a book. There is. Ah, sick.
Because a book's easy to get into.
Yeah, the fact that we go back to school for one day and they're like, hey, you logged in time. I know. But yes, indeed, it is Pontius Pilate. But one of the reasons Pontius Pilate decided to let Jesus be crucified is because he wanted to impress Herod the Great, who was a ruler at the time. And he wanted to become friends with him. And his Pontius's wife actually told him, hey, stay out of this. Don't have anything to do with this, when the Pharisees and the Sadducees had taken Jesus to Pontius Pilate. But yeah, he didn't listen because he wanted to form that bond with Herod the Great.
Also,
so there you go.
Also,
I want to be friends with you, so I'm going to kill a bunch of people to be friends. For legal reasons, I am joking.
I thought, okay.
Anyway,
I know you're correct.
the Bible.
The Bible.
The Bible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Called the Bible.
I suppose,
Yes.
I suppose that was probably, yeah, now that you think about
Right.
it.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm out of it. Sorry. Anyways, let's move to the scoreboard and let's see who's in the lead. Not me. No surprise. Ads is powering through right there. Well, nice.
Ads
nice.
has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row.
There we go. Yeah, I apologize, chat.
Is it
Anyways,
3? I'm pretty sure it's 3.
3?
What is the... Oh, okay. Don't worry.
Never mind. Question 10. Why did Jesus choose to die on the cross? Is it red? He did not choose to die. Blue, to pay the price of our sin. Orange, to pay for his own sin. Sorry, it's very small on our screen. Yeah. Or green, to re-establish relationship between humans and God.
Well, I mean, it's... Yeah. It's... you can technically probably go 2 if you think about it.
Okay. Yep. Which ones do you guys think it is?
I keep putting on that all the time.
You may have been right, by the way.
Yeah, 2 correct answers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There is 2 correct answers for this one.
I'll just skip Bible school and pass straight away, hey? Double quick.
I'm not going to give away the answers, guys, because we're going to have to wait 16 seconds. Oh, never mind. Everyone just voted. But yes, it is either blue or green. So it's both of them, actually. It is one, to pay the price of our sin, but also to re-establish relationship between humans and God. So, yeah.
They're sort of both, in a way, the same, because, like, to die for the sins is where you get the relationship with God.
Well... Yes and no.
Bridges it a little bit.
So do you remember that there was a tearing in the curtain of the temple? So that represents because, so basically, for everyone that doesn't know this, so basically there's a big curtain. So in the temple, so in the old temple, in the very middle is where, you know, the presence of God, was where the presence of God was. And so there was this big, thick curtain covering that. And that was like the innermost part of the temple. And you had different layers outside of that. But upon Jesus dying, that huge, really heavy curtain split from top to bottom, symbolizing that it's no longer just in that closed space where the presence of God is. Now it's come out and it's been made available to all of us.
Through his son. Nice.
So, yeah.
Because that theme was meant to be, like, indestructible as well.
Yeah, it was meant to be very, very strong. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, cool. Let's move on. All right, question 11. Who first discovered that Jesus was resurrected? Was it red, Mary Magdalene? Was it blue, Martha? Was it yellow, Peter? Or was it green, Luke? I still need to wait 5 more seconds. And I did it like half a second too early. My bad, chat.
If he jumps up to first, we know why.
There we go. Yes, indeed, it was Mary Magdalene. Yes, good work, everyone. Wait, actually, Naomi? Did not know about that.
They're like, nah, what's this doing?
Oh, wow.
They're like, nah, we'll fix this.
Anyways, all right, let's move on. What have we got next? So question 12 of 15. All right. Who is known to be the first Christian martyr? Does everyone know what a martyr is, by the way?
Yes, we'll pretend that we do, but...
So basically, who died for their faith.
Okay.
Yeah. And obviously that's not the exact term, but that's the way I remember it. Ads, if you could give us like a proper definition, that'd be really helpful. But yeah,
step hen.
Yeah, what is a martyr? Yeah, I don't have the best. I don't know if my definition was technically the exact proper definition, but if Ads has a proper definition, if you'd be able to pop that in the chat, that'd be really appreciated.
We do have phones to Google it, but we don't want to lose, so we're not going to.
So Stephen was, by the way, he was stoned. So it is
he's just chucked it there. Oh, you work?
Oh yeah, it's someone who died on account of their faith. Okay, never mind. Kill.
Oh, that was okay. I was hoping the other hand. Yeah.
Kill. Awesome.
Get into it a bit. But for legal reasons, we didn't high five because of COVID. So
it was editing.
Yeah.
All right, question 13. What was the Apostle Paul's main occupation before he became a Christian? Was it red, fisherman, blue, tent maker, yellow, tax collector, or green, what does that say?
Camel?
Camel. Camel salesman. Sorry, like I said, it is tiny on our screen. So, yeah. You're not.
Yes, we are. For legal reasons, we are. It doesn't look like it, but this is actually 1.5 meters.
So you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same as, but
Christian killer? Well, like, yes, he was also a Pharisee, but, like, his, like, I guess I want to say day job, like what he also did, which is, yes, he was a tent maker. So, I can't remember which, maybe it's probably an Acts where they talk about it. But yeah, where he to pay for his daily needs, he'd make tents and stuff like that.
To pay for knives.
But yes, he was also a Pharisee, Naomi. He was trained that way as well. So he persecuted Christians before his encounter with Jesus.
Tent maker, gee, what a boring job.
Anyways, let's go.
He knew how to pitch
14 out of 15. All right, who wrote the book of Revelation in the New Testament? You guys should know. Well, actually, if you've been paying attention to church over the last 2 months, you should know it because we've actually gone through the 7 letters to the churches, and that's in the start of Revelation.
And it's great.
So, was it red, John the Apostle? Was it blue, Paul the Apostle? Yellow, Peter the Apostle? Or green, Ringo the Apostle? Oh man, I should have changed that.
Green?
The Beatles.
Green.
Wow, people got that pretty quick. It was indeed John the Apostle. Yeah. During Paul's ministry, he actually went back to tent making for a season. Well, there you go. Awesome. Well, I think we're up to our last question. So, Ads is firmly in the lead. But what is this last question? Who wrote the Acts of the Apostles? Was it red, Paul? Blue, Luke? Was it yellow, Peter? Or was it green, John? Revelation is really good, Esther. I was about to say Chrissy, but I remembered it's actually Esther there. Who knows the answer? Who doesn't? This will be interesting.
Mix it up.
Oh, wow. People answered really quickly with that one, for our leaders at least. But yes, it was indeed Luke. So Luke actually wrote both Luke and Acts, and it was kind of just like an add-on, like a second book. You think of it like a series kind of a thing. And yeah. There was a letter to, I can't remember his name, but basically a friend or a colleague of Luke's to give a detailed account. Which you find at the start of, I think, both Luke and Acts, or at least Acts. But yeah. Cool. Awesome. So let's go next and let's see who got on the podium. How are we doing?
Biblical characters, New Testament.
All right, so we had Naomi on third with 14 out of 15 questions. We had myself on second with 15 out of 15. And we had Ads first with 15 out of 15. Well played, everyone. Great work. Guys, what did you get? People, youth in the chat, what did you guys get? How much did you guys get out of 15? Make sure to keep score for yourself because we're going to do another one.
Oh, it doesn't even say how much you got. It says awesome effort. Your top 5 in the making. Boy, that doesn't sound safe.
All right, we're getting some info just from like our leaders. Ones. Now, all right, chat, we're going to give you guys a choice. Do we, want to do a second Kahoot?
And let's just try and see how many kids we can actually get onto the Kahoot, and if you can join, and we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. If we get more than the 10, let's call it a blessing.
We can't get more than 10.
But if.
Okay. But if. Let's just see.
We'll see what happens, apparently.
Put the game pin out.
No, my goodness. They've actually changed how it's 1, 2, 3. It used to be KAHO.
Oh, they used to as well.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's disappointing.
Anyways, all right.
Whatever they did, they raked it.
So, all right, we're going to open up this second Kahoot, guys, to you guys. So let's... Or do we move on? Do we move on to the other game? We're getting the move on from Ads, and I think in our leaders chat, they're telling us to move on. All right, we're going to skip this second one. And we're going to move on to our other game. So we've actually got a second game because this week was meant to be a games night. So what we're going to do, we're going to play a graphical game, and it's called What's Wrong with This Logo? So we have 10 logos. Each of them have something slightly wrong with them. Now, I just realized as well, Adam won't be able to see this one properly. So, Llewellyn, on the left screen, would you maybe delete the Kahoot ones and then just replace it with a bigger version of that one? Thank you. Alrighty, awesome.
Okay, now we can say thank you.
Alright. Alrighty. All right.
Moment.
So
A bit
we're gonna start off. Oh, by the way, this is like.
Yep,
so we'll
right
have to get either side. But
But more relaxed, hey.
yeah. So to
bit
start
more
off this one. So obviously you can tell it's the Amazon logo, but what is wrong with this logo? Go for it, guys. Now already, because we've had the image up for a little bit, you guys are already starting to get onto it. So the arrow is in the wrong place from what people are saying. What do you think it is?
I'm pretty sure it's in the correct place, though.
Okay.
If I guess.
Designer's daughter. Nice. Is it the arrow? Maybe is the font wrong? Is the font wrong? Is something slightly spaced wrong? What's wrong with it, guys?
It probably would make sense, actually, seeing their reasoning. Oh, okay. I actually understand the whole... Okay, yeah. Oh, that's actually smart. Okay, yeah, I see. Okay.
Yep.
Just stop talking.
So we're just going to lock in the arrow?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's go to the next one. And so the second ones that have the text underneath of what the brand is will show you the actual one. So yes, it was indeed correct. So from the tail end of the A till the bottom of the Z or Z, depending if you're American or Aussie. I still prefer Z. Honestly, I prefer to say Z. But the arrow,
I guess. But
yeah. So yes. So that was what was wrong with it, and I think.
Does it mean like A to Z? Like
first with it?
Can buy everything
yeah.
to Z?
Keziah was first. Good work. Awesome.
GG.
All right, we're going to move on to the second one. What is wrong with this logo? See, I made these, so I'm just going to kind of like sit back and see what everyone kind of thinks. It's pronounced Z. That's not.
It's pronounced Z, is what you're saying.
What's wrong
Pretty sure
with this
that, like,
logo?
The whole domino thing is out of whack. Like either the numbers are wrong or the colours are both wrong as well. But we'll see what happens. Backwards colours. Okay.
What's wrong with this, guys? Come on.
Well, I don't think they have like the whole sentence of what's wrong with this logo, so starting from there.
Well, that's always on all of them, so I guess so, but...
So technically, I'm correct. So the red dot's supposed to be there.
Yeah, so that's the registered trademark. That's the registered thing, but it's just really small. So that's what that little dot is to the side of the bottom bit. But yeah.
For legal reasons, that's there.
What? Anyways, so everyone's kind of had their guess. Are you going to lock in an answer?
Yeah, we'll lock in the white dot's been on the wrong spot.
Alrighty. Let's reveal the answer. They're in the right spot. The colours were flipped. So, yes, some people were really on top of it. So, I think backwards colour, was that Tori who was first? I believe it may have been from what's on my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Colours are backward, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, Tori, nice. Graphic designers are onto it. But yes,
But the thing that gave it away a little bit easier is that if you look at the logo here and then here, you can tell that the blue dot has been changed to the red.
yes, yep. So yeah, so the colours were just flipped. I just inverted them. So the circles are in the same spot, but yeah, it's just the colours. Nice, guys. Good job. All right, let's go to the next one. What is wrong with this logo? And yes, that's just kind of keep our theme, by the way, ads without the capital at the start of with all the lowercase stuff. That's to keep with our theme for this term. Hence why all our names are like lowercase. Anyways, what's wrong with this logo, chat? And Adam. And also, how do you pronounce this brand?
Huawei. Huawei. Huawei.
Louis, how do you pronounce it?
Huawei.
Okay.
Huawei, yeah, that's what I was meant to say.
You were doing better before.
Huawei?
No. Okay, so
Huawei?
it's kind of a mix of what you're saying.
Huawei.
It is, yeah. It's wow. It's Huawei. Or Huawei.
Huawei.
It's Huawei.
Huawei.
Huawei is how they pronounce it. That's the official pronunciation. It's Huawei.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, what is wrong with it?
Yeah, I thought that it was spelled wrong because it just doesn't look familiar. The spelling doesn't look right.
I have never seen this logo in my life. Fair enough. Wow.
Surely you wouldn't be like...
Gradient should be at the bottom. First time I've ever seen this logo. Can't help here. Fair enough. And newest swaps from Noah Gloucester.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
And you spot with Tory Sporting is, yep, spelt wrong. All right, let's move on to it. That is indeed correct, Noah. Really well done. Yes,
Yeah,
I just
nice.
flipped the U and the A. That's all I did.
Huawei.
Yeah. So Huawei is a phone manufacturer for those that
Nokia.
don't know.
Cheap phones, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly,
Ish.
yeah. Alrighty, let's move on.
Depends in context, really. Stuff can be cheap, but not.
All right, what is wrong with this logo? This one's a pretty easy one. Well, I guess if you see games at all, or if you know anything about games. But yeah, Alicia got it, not me, really?
Oh, nice. Yeah, hold up.
I'm confused.
Yeah, double N.
never mind.
N-I-N-T-E.
Too many N's. Is there, though? Is it not Nintendo? Nintendo.
I don't think it is.
No, how do you...
The extra N.
Nintendo.
Where
I
is
don't
the
know why I'm
extra
doing
N?
this.
Is it Nintendo or Nintendo? Or is it
All right, yes. It's not going to have a double N. Yes, let's move on to the answer of this one.
N.
Yes, it's just the one N. Yes,
Wow.
Nintendo is correct. Wow.
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 Wow. Is that like the new thing?
Anyways, keep on. Yep.
But because of legal reasons, we don't.
Yeah. Anyways, what is wrong with this logo?
I just read.
He just shows the back of his iPhone.
Sure it's around the wrong way. It's just flipped. I guess that.
Yeah.
Guess that.
See, what? But. Is everything wrong with it, or is Biter's on the wrong side, flipped on the y-axis? No, it's not reversed. Bits on the wrong side.
Not the
What is it?
stalky bit, but it's just the other bit that's flipped.
Is it though? Is it?
Yes.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
Unless they've updated it. I don't think it's meant to be black as well, isn't it? Normally a white. Or is it?
No,
just
it
whatever
doesn't
colour?
matter. It's just their inversion of it. So the
Okay.
color does not mean anything with this one. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So basically, yeah, the stem is the right way, but the bite is on the wrong side. I flipped the bite end of it, or rather, I flipped the entire thing and then flipped the stem back. But yes, Steve Jobs wanted the top leaf because he didn't want people to think it was an orange.
I wouldn't really
Smart.
say that looks like an orange, though. I feel like oranges are more circular.
True,
If
but
you've been thinking of a perfect apple, it's got the bumps at the bottom.
yeah,
Perfect.
That's true.
Mate,
Balancing bit.
if he wanted it like an orange, it makes me think of any Nickelodeon show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, was Nickelodeon around back then?
I'm pretty
Well,
sure. I
well,
feel like it's old.
How old is Apple? Anyways,
Saru.
what is wrong with this logo?
I feel like the whole thing's just messed up.
In design, if you leave room for interpretation, people will go there. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
You got to make sure for it, but yeah. Anyways, so what is wrong with this logo? Subaru is a Japanese car manufacturer. They have a Toyota 86 that looks exactly the same as their Subaru BRZ. Now, the Subaru BRZ is a few grand more expensive, but they're pretty much identical.
I'm pretty sure you worded that wrong. They have a Toyota 86.
Well, yeah, they've worked in partnership with the Toyota 86, like Toyota, to make the 86 / BRZ. So the Toyota has the Toyota 86, the Subaru has the BRZ, but they're basically the identical car.
5 stars. Oh, okay.
So there is 5 stars.
thinking that, but-
Actually, no, there's 4 stars right there. What is wrong with it?
There is? I'm pretty sure there's... Oh, okay, yeah.
So you got the big star and 3 small stars. Is that correct? Angel, hello. Long time no see.
So before 2000 is super old. Yes, because I wasn't born then, so
Yes.
I can say that.
I was born in like 2002.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then again, most of our youth are probably like 2009, 2008.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, then it makes
that
us feel
doesn't
old.
make you feel old.
No. All right, let's go to the actual correct thing. What is wrong with this? There is 1 big star, 5 small stars. So there were 2 stars missing.
Is that...
So in the second row,
to the old one?
in the second row,
Can you show the old one again? Okay, yeah, it is.
yeah, see,
Okay.
back and forth. There you go. Awesome. Now, what is wrong with this logo? This is the NAB logo, the
everything.
National Australia Bank logo.
I think it's National Australian Bank.
Well,
And-
I've labelled it wrong in the next
Just like
slide. but-
Nintendo
oh, well.
with ends. Ooh.
Now, what is wrong with this?
To start, yeah.
Triangle has been rotated. Has it though?
Nice, nice.
Some say there's not enough dashes. Some say it should be a star.
I just saw a cheeky little comment, so.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Footy.
Is there money in that?
Footy.
Chocolate.
That's empty.
Oh.
I rated it before, but yeah.
Alrighty. Alright. The K value should be 1.3 points higher. Lol.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Alrighty, let's go to what it actually is. It is indeed a star, not a triangle. I knew if I just put a triangle by itself without the lines in it, everyone would immediately realize it's the triangle.
Yeah.
But if you're not familiar with the logo whatsoever, just having those lines there make you like, oh yeah, it's probably there. It's probably legit. Looks kind of right. But yes,
People know it.
should NAB be in capital letters? No, that's actually that logo right there is their logo. So yeah, NAB is lowercase. So yes. All right. What is wrong with this
cover it.
logo?
We won't know.
Actually, no. This is the Lint Lindor one.
Ooh.
So this is their normal Lint logo. So no,
No.
we need
Just
props, dude.
Stretch.
What is wrong with this logo?
Okay, it's not even on there. It's like not even on the back either.
Alrighty.
The wrong year.
Master
on.
I'm a bit
Chocolatier
disappointed though.
since 8541.
It's from the future. Time travel is real. The Avengers were right. Oh my goodness, it changes everything.
Is it just the wrong year? Yeah, sorry guys, it's
Actually, does that change everything?
So it's 8451 is when they were real. No. Is it 1845 or is it is it
yeah.
1854?
So it's not just the wrong year, but you have to say the correct year.
Well, no, you don't have to. I was just, but like, you know.
Okay. All right. Apparently we don't. Apparently
There's only one
Master
T. There is only one T there. So it's LINDT. Is correct.
I'm just gonna say
Anyways.
the one and the eight are mixed up.
Let's go to the next slide. So it's 1845 is when Lint was established. The only reason we know about future Lint is because of The Simpsons.
probably.
I haven't seen much of The Simpsons, so I don't know which.
I think they just predict everything. Including Richmond being a horrible AFL team, but
Oh, fair enough. Okay, what is wrong with this logo? Now, this shark hat is just moving slowly.
okay.
What is wrong with this logo?
What is wrong with this band?
Did it get anyone on the first reading? I just want to ask that. Did it get anyone on the first reading? Where they're just like, oh, this is normal. Oh, wait, hold on.
No.
No?
Big brain, big brain, big brain.
All right.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
High IQ.
All right, what is wrong with this logo?
You're on the wrong lap.
Recpo. It's a really good shop. It's similar. It's kind of your alternatives
Recpo
to.
in
We have two.
Do we?
2, yeah. I thought there was
Really?
2.
I know we have Super Cheap and Autobahn.
Like, there's one, it's along the highway, like just before you see,
Where
like,
old Super Cheap Auto was.
I don't know where that was.
and so-
next to Vic Roads,
So
Which Vic Road?
Repco.
the new one.
Oh, okay. Was it there?
I'm pretty
Like,
sure,
that's
yeah,
where Good
like
Guys
on the
were.
other side, yeah, like,
That's where Good Guys were.
yeah, on the other side.
Yeah,
Huh,
and that's
okay.
the first one. And then the second
Come
one
back,
is in
Chinese.
the old Super Cheap Auto, just off Purton Road.
I don't know where Purton Road is.
That's
But
the one
anyways.
just before.
Hashtag Hawks. Yes.
You know.
Last comment by ads.
Well, at least we made the finals an hour year out, so you know.
Anyways, let's move on. It indeed is Repco, not Recpo.
Yeah, the highway. There we go.
Ah, nice. All right, cool.
Repco.
No!
Recpo to fix your car. Thanks, Anthony. I've been able to drive it to and from work for the last couple of days. Well, to and from work yesterday, and then went out last night before lockdown, obviously, and then, well, drove to work. So
For legal reasons before lockdown.
yes, because yesterday, like 11:59 was when lockdown happened. I got back
So
home
he
at
was
like
out at
9:30,
11:58.
like 10. Anyways, let's
legal.
move on. Next one. What is wrong with this
Okay,
logo?
I see it.
Okay,
I'll
then
see
hold
it.
off if you
I'll
actually
it.
see what it is.
It is a bit
Is it a
sad
wrong
that
color?
they've died, though.
Is it a wrong color? Is something? Is there a wrong thing in there?
It just
not-
doesn't
wrong
exist.
side.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
it doesn't.
Wrong
Did
with
they
the
die
logo.
out?
It's still alive in Canada, actually, because of a YouTuber that I watch. Brixie,
Oh.
if you like Lego, check him out. Pretty cool Lego, actually. Surprisingly more than my collection, but... like, yeah,
Honestly, I kind of doubt if anyone's going to get this. I reckon this one's going to be
I'm pretty sure I've got it.
okay.
yeah,
I'm excited to see what everyone's answers are. So we've got colors so far. We've got it doesn't exist.
Well, yeah. Well, depends where you live. Because, yeah, I think
The
they're
apostrophe?
bringing it back to,
there used to be a toy
they're actually bringing it back.
area.
yeah.
And there used to be one in Geelong, I think, from memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Geelong.
Chatty.
There was one around there, Chatty.
Yeah.
Chatty. Good old Chatty.
All right.
Today.
Never mind. I was wrong. Yes, the R needs to be backwards. The right way R. Is that what you want to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what's actually meant to be. Toys R Us. This is the correct one. It's backwards. Yeah, I was hoping that people wouldn't get it, but you know. So yeah, the R is actually backwards in the proper logo. So yeah,
It's strange, but anyway.
doctor's job is basically to get rid of their patients by curing them.
Random thought, but true.
True indeed. This is so,
So
weird
maybe
with the shark on my
doctors
head.
actually have the
All right.
Okay,
worst
we're back to the start.
business.
Alrighty, so we'll move back to the host screen, and there we go. So we're going to make that disappear. How did you guys do? What did you guys get out of 10? So there was 10 there. Between R and U needs adjustment, lol.
The kerning
Alright.
between the R and U needs adjustment. Oh, did you just read that? Yeah, okay.
Yes. So it means the space between the letters.
Is, yeah.
Space between letters.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that it was a little bit different, to be honest, actually.
But that last one was like the actual image, so yeah. Probably
I
about
thought that
8.
one was-
Nice. Arrow is wrong. Because then we went back to Amazon, of course. Alrighty. Man, we're 8 o'clock already. So we are going to run a bit over time. Hopefully not too much so, but yeah. So what we're going to do is go into a time of just, I'm going to bring a short message. Now, I've been very, very busy today, to be completely transparent, and this is not for me to make excuses with. So it's not a valid reason or excuse or anything like that. But when I did try to sit down and write stuff for it, it kind of got to a point where what I was writing kind of just didn't feel right. So, yeah, I kind of just felt that I should just kind of share some verses that have had a really big impact on me recently, and then kind of just talk about how God has revealed this truth to me, and then kind of just share a bit about them. So I've got quite a few different verses here. I'm not gonna, I probably will read all of them, but I think the first one that is really key for this right now is Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. This is what I guess first came to me, and it says this. So this is talking to Israel. Actually, no, it's talking to... Yes, no, it is talking to Israel, just to make sure. But yeah, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." I think this is a verse that we hear a lot, actually, get said to us, but I think we sometimes don't realize the weight it kind of has and the impact it really can have when you actually fully understand it. So this is just before Moses is about to die. Spoiler alert. But yeah, they're just... And obviously Moses has led Israel out of Egypt and then through, essentially... close to 40 years or something like that, just wandering, essentially. And, it's been a huge, huge journey. But yeah, God is telling them to be strong and courageous, to not be afraid or terrified. And it's not because, we as humans are meant to just man up or we're meant to just be strong, man, other people have it worse, just be strong, man, all right? Shove it off, all right? Whatever. You're not allowed to be afraid, you're not allowed to be terrified. No, that's not the case at all. the reason they're encouraged to be strong and courageous, why they should be strong and courageous, and they shouldn't be scared, is because they have God with them. It says, "For the Lord your God goes with you." That's why you should not be scared. That's why you should be strong and courageous. It's a great promise because he will never leave you nor forsake you. God is always with us, and I think that's something that's been weighing on my heart a lot recently. I've just had mental battles and just, life has been a bit tough, to be completely honest with you guys. And just getting reminded, but also finally starting to understand a bit more of that God is actually with me all the time has actually really had a huge impact with me and my relationship with God. I think as humans, we have a tendency to kind of shrink away when things get tough. We cut out family, we cut out friends. And as a Christian, I'm just talking from experience because I also have done this. But you start to pull away from God almost, and you go into your own shell. And honestly, that's actually what I've been struggling with a little bit over the last, couple months really, is where, my relationship with God's been suffering a bit because I haven't just been putting in. I've kind of shrunk back because I felt the weight of everything, and it's been really, really hard. Over these last, week or so, just God's been speaking to me through people and through his word, reminding me that he's never going to leave me. His love for me is always there. And immediately, once I started reading, getting back into his word and starting to spend more time intentionally with him, immediately things have gotten a bit better. Now, this points me to kind of the next verse I've listed out. It's very, very common. You probably hear it a lot, but it's Psalm 23 verse 4. And it says, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley," or some translations are like, "through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." And so even when we are going through these really, really tough times, we're encouraged not to be scared, not to crumple under the weight of it. It's not because we're meant to be strong or these things aren't really sucky. It's because God is with us. It says, "I will fear no evil, for you are with me." This is David, saying that because he knows that God is with him. And that is so, so true for all of us. And you actually see right through the entire Old Testament, you see it, you see that Deuteronomy verse reiterated in Joshua, in Isaiah, depending on how you say it. Even through the New Testament and that theme, because you see actually references to Deuteronomy in like Hebrews and stuff. But that entire theme of God's love and God never leaving us and his love never ceasing for us is so consistent throughout all of Scripture. And it's so, so true even today. I think what's even cooler is Psalm 23 verse 1. So we'll backtrack a few verses. It's a really, really short sentence, but this puts it all into perspective. "The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing." We don't lack anything so long as we have God. Nothing at all. Trust me, I get it. Life can be sucky. But God's there. We don't need anything else. We just need to lean on God. We already have all that we need to get through this stuff. Yes, it can still be really hard. In fact, Jesus lets us know that on our time on earth, as Christians, we'll be persecuted because Jesus was persecuted. We're going to have really, really tough times. But what Jesus' promise and God's promise is that he's always going to be there with us. And he loves us through it. We don't actually have to do things alone. And I think that's one of the hardest things is feeling like you're having to get through some really hard stuff by yourself alone. That's so hard. I've many of us have been through mental health issues. I've been through depression a few times. I've, had anxiety. I remember the first time I majorly had depression, I got to the point of wanting to kill myself. To be completely transparent there. And I got pushed into this mindset, this space where I just felt so alone felt like absolutely no one cared for me. No one loved me. And yeah, just... I wish at that time I really understood this and got reminded and got told by youth leaders, by parents, by friends that God is with you. He loves you. He's with you in this moment, in this tough time. Just turn to him. Look to him. Call out to him. He is there. And he's never going to just leave us. We just got to keep turning to him. It's actually us who turns the other way, and that's what puts the dent between the relationship. Thanks to Jesus' sacrifice, we can now be in a relationship with God, but it's actually us who has to do that because God is always waiting for us. It says, I can't remember, I think it's either in Revelation or it's somewhere in the Gospels or something like that. But yeah, where it says Jesus knocks at the door of our heart. And man, like he's just there. He's waiting for us to let him in. He's there waiting patiently. He's like, hey, all right, I'm here. All right. You know, it's our choice whether we invite Jesus in and let him change our lives or whether we just keep him out there in the cold. And I think it's just so important to remember that and to actually turn to him and let him do amazing things in our lives because he does. He truthfully transforms our lives. It's amazing. Lou, would you be able to shrink out this host screen just so I could read the chat for a second, please? Thank you. So a quote there from Paul Washer that adds has just popped there. I've given God countless reasons not to love me. None of them changed his mind. That is so true. And yeah, you can let through Noah's thing just there. So yeah, Revelation 3:20, thanks for that, ads. There is nothing that can make God give up on you. He is always there. Absolutely, ads. Absolutely. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, so God is always there for us. I'm going to flip through to Romans 8, 38 to 39. This is Paul talking to the Roman church. Well, technically to the church. I don't know. Anyways, my point being, I'll let the... the scripture speak for itself, but he says, for I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angel nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Nothing can separate us from God's immense love. We just need to be willing to accept it. That's all. Like we gotta accept it and then follow him as well. I think that's another thing that I've struggled with is, yeah, I know he's there. I know he's there, and like during the time when I wasn't really reading the scriptures much, I'd still pray here and there, and and all that. But I was chatting to Naomi, and yeah, she reminded me, there is a difference that between following God and just believing in him. And yeah, I realized, yes, I was believing him and I still had a faith in him, but I still wasn't actually following him. I wasn't really being intentional with that. And I think that's another actually really important part of it. Yes, faith, absolutely, 100%. But as a result of that, we should also be following him. Jesus writes, says, obviously he didn't write it, but that if you love me, you'll do as I ask. Like, yeah, so I think there's a lot more to it. And I just want to encourage you. One, if you're feeling alone or you're feeling unloved in this space right now, I promise you that God is right here and that God absolutely loves you so much. And two, I want to encourage those of you that are kind of just chilling there as like you're lukewarm in your faith. You're like, yeah, I believe he's there, but not really allowing his goodness to really change or impact my life. I encourage you, hey, follow Jesus. You know what the disciples did after seeing his absolute miracle, and Jesus says, drop your fishing nets, follow me. Come and follow me. It's not just, all right, cool, you see me. You believe in me? Cool. All good. That's it. All right, I'm just going to keep walking around so people believe that I'm real. No, it's come follow me. All right, we're meant to be disciples. We are meant to gather together and then go out and spread the gospel. We're meant to, it's meant to be an action thing as well that we have to do. I'm kind of starting to butcher things, so I won't talk too much. But I kind of want to go back to Deuteronomy 31 verse 6, where it's talking to the Israelites here. And I think, while that's directly talking to the Israelites there, and obviously the Israelites were God's chosen people. And like later on, that kept on as the Jews, the Jews were God's chosen people, and, that's who people thought only could be saved. That's a lot of the viewpoints based on the law and all that kind of stuff. So the old law. But what I want to tell you is that this applies to us as well, because later on in Galatians, so Paul summarizes it really well. He's talking to the Galatian church. It's Galatians 3:28, and this is actually something that I was struggling with my identity, because I'm not a Jew, so am I really chosen? Am I really forgiven through Christ? And I actually asked Ads this, and he's like, "Hey, go right here." So what it says is this: there is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. So yes, whilst the Israelites and the Jews were God's chosen people, now we're all on that. All of us are now chosen. We are all one through Christ. I think a lot of people overlook the significance of Christ coming down and his sacrifice. Not only do we get forgiveness of sins and he's beaten, death, and that God can dwell in us. There's so much more to it. But yeah, I absolutely just want to reiterate what Naomi's saying is, I believe I can speak for all leaders when I say we all love you guys and we are all here for you. You are never alone. God is with you and we are all here for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I just want to encourage you guys. You're never alone. All right. I know that, in the world, and with obviously we've got social media and all this other stuff that's going on, it's making our lives and our minds really, really busy. And honestly, it can make us feel really, really alone. Just want to encourage you that you aren't, and that God's always there for you. And how amazing is it? I think one thing that has kind of impacted me heavily is, you think there are 7 billion people on the earth. He cares for all the animals. He makes sure every, seed of grass, this one's going to germinate, this one won't. This one's going to grow to this much or whatever. He cares for each plant, each little thing, but yet he still loves every single one of us so much that he wants to have a personal relationship with every single one of us. He wants to bless every single one of us. He's got a plan for every single one of us. That includes everyone who still is gonna have life in the future. That includes everyone who's already passed away. Think about how many people that there are with that. Every animal and plant that is died. Every new animal and plant that's been born or is growing. He's got a plan and a purpose for all of us, even though there's so much more going on. God cares about you a whole lot. So I just want to let that sink in. With the enormity of the world, he still wants you and he still loves you. So, yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to tear up a little bit, but that's just some of the truth that God's really revealed to me, and it's really, really encouraged me. And I really felt I needed to share that, because obviously it's very tough. And going into a lockdown, man, that makes you feel alone. Some of us are blessed to have family. Some of us only have one person, or some people even have no one, and they're just trapped by themselves. Man, it can be so isolating. But I want to encourage you in this space that Jesus is there. He's right there with you. Turn to him, spend time with him. He wants you. All right. So, Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Well, man, does anyone have any questions? I know that kind of went on for a little bit, but yeah, like, does anyone have questions? Feel free to hit me with them. We'll tackle them as best as we can. And yeah, like, yeah.
What was your first verse again?
The first one. So Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. Make sure to save that. So that's the 5th book of the Bible. So Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. And yeah. And yeah, absolutely no. We want to reiterate that. We care for all of you. With this, this goes for all of our youth, by the way. That we really want to see your relationships with Jesus flourish and grow and develop. And I'm not crying; it's just allergies. But yeah, thank you, Ads. Appreciate it. But yeah, so hit me with some questions, guys. Go for it. Do you have any questions or any things you want to?
Yeah, no.
Hey,
trying to recover from that. That was good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So makes you lose your words, really. But yeah, no, it's I think when you see that God like cares for all the plants and everything, I mean, they do nothing for him, and he still looks after them and makes them flourish. So he's definitely going to do the same for you because you're more important than a plant, really. And if he does that for plants and everything like that, then he's definitely going to do it for you as well. Yeah,
exactly. So it's I think it was on the Mount of Olives or something, Sermon on the Mount or whatever. It's talking about God still cares about making sure, obviously, I'm paraphrasing here, but, during the spring, obviously, the flowers are going to sprout, the flowers are going to bloom and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, God cares about us so much more. How much more will he not provide for us? Like, he's going to provide for us so much more than he does for all the plants and all that kind of stuff and all the animals. So, yeah. If anyone's struggling with mental health, I think Josiah's taught God is with you, but it is okay, say someone. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to read out the verses. So, just really quickly. So, Deuteronomy 31 verse 6 was the first one. Psalm 23 verse 4 was the second one. Psalm 23 verse 1 was the third one. And the final one, the Romans one was Romans 8, 38 to 39, and I just remembered I went to Galatians. So Galatians 3, 28. Those were the verses and passages I used. So, yeah. Excuse me. But why does God let us struggle? Whew.
I think that's an interesting one. I mean, you can go a lot of different ways about it, but I think majority of it is that it's not really God doing it, but it's more part of the broken world bit. Like, a lot of diseases and sickness and, guns and bad stuff that happens like that, mental health and all that, it's not from God, it's from part of the broken world, which is sort of part of that. But I don't think God doesn't necessarily promise an easy life either.
He actually promises the opposite. Yeah,
which I think is probably one of the things that gets lost a lot. I mean, he's even Jesus got tempted as well at times, and so I mean, he's God's son, and we all are sons and daughters of God. But he let Jesus be tempted as well. So I think it's just part of the broken world. And
Yeah, and absolutely. Just reiterating that there's I guess multitudes of reasons. So adds once again reiterating exactly what Adam said is we live in a fallen and broken world. God does not make those things happen, but he can definitely use it for his kingdom. And also part of free will, right? Some people decide to do bad things. Like sometimes, we choose to sin. Someone chose to if I'm being completely just not just hiding things. So someone chose, we're going to make and sell drugs. Someone chose that. Someone chose to, I don't know, start ripping off people for their own personal gain. We've had bad people who've massacred others. I'm not going to name names, but like there have been some hugely bad things that happen, and they chose to do that. Yes, probably the devil had something to do with that, with the temptation and stuff like that, but God still gives us free will. Otherwise, we'd all be robots, really. We'd be mindless robots if we didn't have free will. But yeah, we live in a fallen and broken world. Free will is part of it as well. But also, I think some of it is, trials. We're going to undergo trials to test our faith and to grow us. But yeah, they are designed to grow us and develop us further. And honestly, whilst it's always promised that our reward is not on earth here. You know, don't accumulate wealthy possessions on earth. No. All your wealth is going to come in heaven when that time is right. Life at the moment can seem like, hey, it's going to be so long. But I love Francis Chan's imagery. He's got this huge long rope. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And then it's like this much, like probably 10 centimeters of it. He's got colored red. He's like, this is your life on Earth. And this rope that he's got goes way, way off camera. It's coiled up, goes way off camera. That's the rest of eternity. This is part of it. All right, this is part of that big journey. But yeah, I encourage you to have faith, trust in the goodness of God there. Because not only will he still bless you on earth, sometimes it doesn't look like the way we imagine it. Like, even if you think about it, the disciples died painful deaths. I think at least one or two got stoned, one was boiled to death. I think another one was set on fire or something, and others got just murdered. They all died terrible deaths. But what they did was amazing, and they'll enjoy eternity with Jesus. Eternity, man! Like, that's so much longer than 80 to 100 years on Earth. Like, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the shortcut is But yeah, absolutely reach out to any of us leaders. We're always here to help, and I think that's another part of God's blessings. What I've really realized is I am blessed with such great mates. Adam, Llewellyn, all of our leaders. We've got Tori chilling in one of the other rooms there, making sure stream's all good and all that. Like, we have such amazing people around us. Like, we've got each other, and but for me in particular, I've noticed that I've been really, really blessed to have great friends and great family, and honestly, my friends have become my family. So even though things get really tough, I encourage you to lean on the people that God has still blessed you with, because they're there to do life with you. And yeah, that counts for us as youth leaders. That counts as parents and all that you have in your life, and elders in the church and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think we need to we count our blessings and go to them for help. But yeah, in John 6:33, yes, we are promised sorrow. We are promised trials and sorrows as Christians. We cannot expect an easy life, but we are promised that Jesus has overcome the world and He is our peace amidst the sorrow. Amen. Yeah, touching on Ad's sermon again from last week, talking about freedom. Freedom isn't necessarily getting out of your sucky situation. Yes, some of us will have amazing miracles, but some people don't quite experience that. They'll have the little moments in life, but freedom is doing it with God. Touching on the you're not doing things alone. Back to what I was talking about earlier, that links to that. There is freedom in that, and there's freedom in the great promise that comes at the end of this. But yeah, Paul experienced horrific persecution. Dude. Yeah, and I also, actually, I think another really cool point to think about. I'm just thinking. Hold on. Here's a point to think about, you see. Definitely something I want to unpack at another time, perhaps for another message at another day. But yeah, talking about sin and all that, and I think the devil uses our sin and our guilt and all that to stop us from doing stuff, or for making us feel like God could never use us, and that we're disgusting in the eyes of God. But I just want to, Naomi's done this a lot for me, but put this imagery in your mind. Paul killed Christians. Paul killed probably hundreds, is my guess. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of Christians before he met Jesus. And then he spends instantly his life is changed, and he spends the rest of his life doing amazing things for Christ. Like, man, 2/3 of our New Testament is written by Paul. So much of what the church looks like today has been hugely impacted from the writings of Paul. And Paul used to kill Christians. God can absolutely transform you. And even when you've done horrible things, man, God can change your life and he can still do amazing things through you. I promise you that. So, yeah, just something else to think about. And I think that's definitely something we could unpack on another time, because that's I think, a really cool thing. And I think that's something that we don't talk about enough, that, dude, we're all sinners. Bro, like, all of us, we all mess up heaps. I've been loving talking about, like, forgiveness and forgiveness of sins and all that kind of stuff, because this is a lot that God's revealed to me recently. But yeah, like, I won't go into all of it, but I just want to skim over a couple of things. But, like, we give, like, the weight of certain sins, like, say, I don't know, with, like, murder and pornography and I'm thinking of what's another big one that's a big no-no that everyone gets really? Idolatry and stuff like that, right? They're the big no-nos. All right. And you see people beat themselves up over it, and, like, it gets so big. What about people that lie? What about the little white lies? Or gluttony? You don't see people beating themselves up. Oh, Lord God, please forgive me. I've eaten too much today. And now I'm not trying to make a mockery of that, because obviously that is something that's still a sin as well. We're not meant to be gluttons. We are not meant to lie. We're not, like, these are all sins. But I think a lot of the time, with the way that culture is as well, we've let some sins, we've in our minds at least, we've made some sins so much worse than others, when they're all sins. They all are things that make us fall short of God's glory, and we all need to repent and have God's forgiveness for all of those things. Now, I'm not warranting that some things, that means, you know, if you don't think lies are bad or anything like that, that means everything else is fine. No, none of it's okay. But, you know, I think, I think there should be. Anyways, there's a lot more we can talk about with that kind of stuff. And I think we could do, like, a series. I don't know, I'm just brainstorming. But yeah, this is something I'm really passionate about, and I really want to talk about at some point. It's something that God's really put on my heart, with just not being alone, the forgiveness that comes through Jesus, and there's so much more. But yeah. A verse that gives me a lot of comfort also for everyone is Matthew 11:28-29. What does that say? Now, I know we've run very much over time, so we're going to wrap up soon, but I am enjoying this. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah, we're all good.
Well.
Cool, awesome. So, 28-29, it says this. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart. You will find rest for your souls. Amen. Yeah. We're all weary. We're all burdened. Let's be real, all right? Let's support each other in love and encourage each other to keep going to Jesus. You know, I think, so much everyone divides, and really we need to be working together. We're all struggling. Like, all of us are. And yes, some people are going through phases. Some people aren't struggling right then, but they have been struggling with other stuff beforehand. We all just need to work together as a community. That's what we're meant to be. We're meant to be one big body. We play different roles, you know? A body with many parts. That's what we are. But yeah. Series on difficult topics. That could be good to do. Yeah. Where there is unity, God commands a blessing. Amen. So, yeah. Anyways, do you guys have any other questions? If not, is there anything you wanted to say or mention or follow up or ask a question or anything like that?
I think you've wrapped a lot of it up.
I think you've wrapped a lot of it up, but
Yeah.
like there's the little Bible verse thing behind Adam, but I think it's sort of on the same page as on the bottom shelf.
Oh, yep, that one.
Oh,
I think that's
if we reach.
Can you read it? Reach it, sorry. It says, it's Psalm 31:24. Do you want to read it?
Be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord.
Amen.
Just in case you want to read it as well.
But also, if you actually do a Google search where you filter the Bible for times where it says "be strong and courageous," you'll be surprised with how often that comes up. That theme of "be strong and courageous," but it's not meant to be because of ourselves. It's because Jesus is there. So this is "be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord." It's always with that because the Lord is there. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think we'll wrap up tonight. Thank you so much for joining, guys. It's been a really, really fun time. I know sometimes I don't make sense, so I apologize for that. Yeah, all right. That's, yeah, look, you're not wrong. But yeah, I'm keen to see what God does over these next little while. Is there any buffering? Are we doing all good?
No,
Yeah.
we're doing all good. We haven't had anything on our end.
All right. Yep, cool. On our end, we're all good. Never mind. The message was retracted, so Naomi probably has fixed up on her end. Anyway, so yeah. So in regards to what's happening over the next couple of weeks, obviously we aren't too sure. This lockdown should end hopefully by Tuesday, but obviously it might not mean we could immediately meet back because usually the restrictions have slowly eased. So just make sure to pay attention on our social media for what's happening for all that. Also, going forward from term 3 onwards, so for the rest of term 3 and might roll into term 4, we'll see how we go. I forgot to add it as an element on the stream, but I'm just going to get up our social media graphic for our in-person thing. So I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys just kind of need to get an outline. But basically, there is a QR code, and that basically will take you to the RSVP thing. So all of these... So each of our events will have a QR code in our socials, or underneath it there'll be a link, which is underneath it. Obviously you can't see it, but basically for each of our in-person youth events, we'll get you guys to register like they do for church, like your parents do for church. This just makes sure if we have... nights where we can have 30 people, cool. We'll have all of us register. But if there's nights where we can only have 20 or even 15 people, we want to make sure you guys aren't driving here and then we have to turn you around because that would be heartbreaking for us. So we want to have you guys registering to make sure that you guys get in. But yeah. Thank you, Rona. Thank you, team. Thanks, Noah. Thanks, see you, Annika. Have a good one. But yeah. Thank you for that, Alicia. We appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, guys, look up all those verses, man. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if any of you guys need to chat to us about anything, just reach out to us. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. We really, really appreciate it. Yeah, we can't wait to see you guys in person. Obviously, yeah, hopefully we can meet in person again soon. We are all looking forward to that. But yeah. Just stay tuned. Let's keep praying about it and let's not be discouraged. Because, yeah, God is still with us, all right? God's always with us. But, yeah, all right. So that's going to do it from both of us. Yep. Awesome. So we shall see you guys next week. I just stabbed myself with a pen. Ouch. But, yeah, take care, guys. Have a great weekend. And, yeah, God bless.